Hi.
Very excited to ask you a few questions. And one thing, the first thing I wanted to ask was, when we first got to know you, and then we went home, and then we did whole research on Mighty Boards. We saw your selection of games, and it wasn't like you guys are like mass producers of multiple games. It was like you guys started out with your own games and started to add a few other ones into your selection.
Mm.
And so we can see that you really carefully pick your games that you put inside your catalog. And I wanted to ask why you decided to choose Yotei as one of your games.
Yeah, as you rightly said, we don't take many games from outside into our fold because whatever we take on has to fit our vibe, it has to fit our ethos creatively, and we also have to fit with the team that we're working with. So we're very picky, yes. This wasn't a hard choice though, to be honest, because so one of the things for us is that the mechanics of a game or the whole product tells a story and ideally should create images in players' minds while they are playing. So it creates a sort of emergent narrative. And even games which have like simpler rule sets or are more Euro-y simple mechanics like Yotei, we look for that. And Yotei does that fantastically. I mean, one could see echoes of Splendor there, but what am I imagining when I play Splendor? Nothing, right? There's no imagination. It's just an abstract system. While Yotei, it's, I think, mechanics-wise is on par with Splendor, if not more enjoyable in many ways, but also creates this great images in the mind. I am building my village. I am imagining these people that are inhabiting my village through the great art that you have there. And that takes me to another point. We are picky with the kind of worlds we bring to life. And this world did not need us to bring it to life. It was already brought to a life that we felt compatible with. It was a world that already fit with the worlds that we have in our stable. And they're all worlds that we want to inhabit. And sometimes they're dark ones like in Vengeance or Posthuman, and sometimes they're joyous, lovely ones like in Hamlet or Petrichor. But this is a world that we want to inhabit, so much so that we came and inhabiting it right now. So those are a few of the reasons. And we love the art on so much for the same reasons I mentioned, right? Like the way that brings the world to life. And also because upon talking to you guys, we clicked with you as another creative team that we want to do fun stuff with. That is super important to us because if we believe that if people are on the same wavelength creatively, then they can do, great, I was going to say great things, but I more care about things being satisfying for both sides, and they can generate ideas. We're not we're not being a small village, but we're on a very small island, and we're very cut off from the world generally. We don't know many other people who make board games or design stuff at all in Malta, and so we look for those collaborations, and we fit well with you guys. That's another big reason why we did this.
Thank you so much for your amazing response. You coming to Yotei is one part of it, but working with your team, we really feel like, and David, like staying up at night, working on the Kickstarter, trying to make it like amazing. And, working with Max, and he's super passionate. Like he sends me messages like, every day actually. Yeah, asking me questions, and I really, really feel that you guys aren't treating this just as like, a random project that comes and goes. You guys are really putting in like, we put in a lot of love in it, but I feel like you guys are adding in a lot of love too. And I wanted to ask, what's like the passion behind that? Like, how are you guys able to do that?
I guess when we assembled, even when we got together to form Mighty Boards, we got in it together because we're very passionate people, and we really care about doing things at a high level and well. And then the people that we hired or asked to join us were also really passionate about what they do. So it's very much a specific selection of people that have that in common, right? Like a drive to do beautiful things. So I think like that we fuel each other in that way, in the same way that I think you guys do. And I think this was an easy one also to be passionate about, because, and this is one thing which I maybe missed in my previous answer, is that we felt you guys did this not just for the game, as you said, but for such genuine reasons, to bring back something to the community, to highlight an aspect that we believe in, and maybe we find a lot of commonalities, with Malta in some ways becoming more of an investment hub, of being sold as a product, being a tourist place, but now to a degree done it too much, and at the heavy cost of nature being disrespected in our country. That we find a lot of empathy with that, right? Like, and we wanted to, we wanted to champion this as much as you guys championed this in a way, because those values are also important for us. So it's just easy to align ourselves behind this project because it aligns with our values, aside from being a great game.
Yeah, so now that you're in Yotei, and we met in a spiel for like a very short amount of time. We've done calls, but now we're together in real life, and you're here in our hometown, seeing what it's actually like. I want to know your impression up until now, and if the view of us or the game has changed through that.
I mean, it has changed in that the people that we saw drawn on the cards are actually coming to life, as much as the people who drew them are coming to life. And yeah, it's obviously, it's never the same image you have of something from some cards to the real thing. But it's even warmer and nicer, and it's a bit hard to explain in words why being here feels so good. Like, that's what me and Day have been talking about, like how calming it is to be around genuine people in every way, not just you guys, but even the little interactions we had with other people. People are really, generous and kind and lovely, and there's just like a lovely feel to it. Nature is incredible, and it's so peaceful. We're come from a little island with no mountains, no forests, no rivers, so it's also more of a fantasy place for us. But wow, there's a certain serenity and beauty that is hard to put to words, but you can really feel in your bones, and your bones sleep happy at night. That's how it feels here. My bones sleep happy at night. I don't know about your bones. I don't want to speak for your bones.
Yeah, thank you so much. I love your answers. I